You ever hear about those fake HOA cops? Yeah, those wannabes who think they can just stroll into your life and boss you around because they wear khakis and carry some laminated badges they probably printed at home. Well, let me tell you about Marissa. She's a black woman who didn't just roll over when those clowns tried to drag her off her own porch. No, sir. What they didn't know, Marissa's got a past, a serious one. She's no ordinary homeowner. She's former intel, trained to handle a lot worse than some HOA troublemakers. So buckle up, because this isn't your usual neighborhood drama. Marissa moved into her new house in a quiet little town in Northern California, Oak Ridge Heights. You know the type, pristine lawns, retirees who think they run the place, and neighbors who watch your every move like it's the latest episode of a soap opera, from day one. Marissa's presence rattled some folks. Douglas, the HOA head short, sharp, always in those ridiculous khaki shorts and a golf hat, was the first to come sniff around. He was cold, dismissive, barely looking her in the eye. "You moving in alone?" he asked, eyeing the security cameras she'd casually installed. Marissa just shrugged it off. She wasn't here to make friends, just to live her life. Then came the notes anonymous. Nasty little reminders slipped under her door about unauthorized porch decor and flags not allowed. Problem was, Marissa only had a crooked ceramic son. Her niece made nothing offensive, just art. Next, complaints about her mailbox not being uniform, and parking violations appeared. The passive-aggressive nonsense started to pile up fast, and Marissa. She wasn't just reading their HOA handbook. No, she'd read classified reports that would make senators sweat. And she wasn't about to let some petty HOA push her around. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Marissa's neighbor, Gloria, seemed like your typical retired librarian, quiet, sweet, always fussing about her begonias. But what no one knew was Gloria's a retired security logistics expert who once worked covertly overseas. When Marissa's fence lock was tampered with and the harassment escalated, Gloria quietly swung into action, rerouting surveillance drones and keeping tabs on the neighborhood with a knowing smile. Yeah, Marissa had backup. One evening, things took a turn. A silver sedan with tinted windows pulled up. Out stepped four guys, khakis, polos, fake badges, trying their best official look. They claimed to be the HOA enforcement team and wanted to talk to Marissa about violations. Marissa opened the door before they could knock, cool as a cucumber. "Your badges don't scan. You're not in the directory. And HOA visits require 72 hours notice," she said, folding her arms. You could see the surprise flicker on their faces. Then they tried to strong-arm her, one grabbing her arm, another reaching for the door. But Marissa wasn't having any of it. With a swift move straight out of her training, she disarmed the situation, breaking a wrist and twisting a thumb. The fake enforcers stumbled back, stunned. Just as one tried to flee, two dark SUVs rolled in silently. No sirens, no flashing lights, just sheer presence. Plainclothes agents jumped out, swiftly taking down the imposters. The neighborhood watched in silence as those phonies ended up handcuffed on the curb, like school kids caught sneaking out. Turns out, these guys were connected to Douglas Varner and a shady private contractor ring called Civic Harmony Consultants, running rogue HOA enforcement schemes across several states. The feds weren't done. They knocked on Douglas's door later that week. He answered. But the look on his face said it all. This wasn't just some local spat anymore. His financial ties to the fake enforcement group were being uncovered, and the whole neighborhood's polite facade was cracking. Marissa sat back on her porch, sipping coffee under the fading sun, watching the streetlights flicker on. The usual neighbors peered nervously from behind curtains, the once chatty couples now quiet shadows. The HOA's grip was slipping, and the story went viral. People talking not about lawns or schools, but about power abused and authority faked. Later, Marissa pulled out an old photo album from her closet, snapshots from far-flung missions, faces blurred, places that most wouldn't dare mention. She'd thought she could buy peace here, but peace has a price, and she paid it with preparation and quiet strength. Gloria joined her with a lawn chair and a bottle of water, and they sat silently, understanding that the battle wasn't just about rules or flags. It was about who controls the space we call home. As the neighborhood held a tense town hall meeting, Douglas's name was quietly scrubbed from records. No explanations given. Marissa showed up, listening, silent but unyielding. The game had changed, and everyone felt it. Social media lit up, conversations sparked, and maybe, just maybe, people were waking up to a new kind of power, not the fake kind with badges and khakis, but the real kind, the kind you don't ask permission for. So here's the kicker: this story isn't just about Marissa or Oak Ridge Heights. It's about all of us, about standing your ground when the rules are rigged, about being ready when the powers that be try to bully you. Sometimes, strength looks like a chair on a porch, a camera angled just right, a voice that refuses to shrink. What do you think? Was Marissa justified? Did those fake HOA cops deserve what they got? Drop your thoughts below, because this isn't just a neighborhood tale. It's a lesson in justice, power, and maybe a little rebellion. Don't forget to like, share, and hit subscribe if you're all about stories that hit different. Thanks for listening.